What's the worst mistake you've ever made? The one that keeps you up at night, replaying in your head? The one you'd erase if you could just travel back in time for a single moment? We live with this constant fear that our mistakes define us, that failure is a permanent stain we can never wash away. But what if your biggest mistake isn't the end of your story? What if it's the beginning of your masterpiece? This is a true story from Japan that will completely change how you see every failure in your life. Back in 16th century Kyoto, the emperor commissioned the greatest bell ever made for a sacred temple. The master craftsman chosen for this incredible honor was named Toshiro. This was his life's defining moment, the work he would be remembered for forever. For months, Toshiro and his apprentices labored tirelessly. They gathered the finest metals, calculated precise ratios, and built enormous furnaces that lit up the night sky. The entire city watched, holding its breath in anticipation. Finally, the day came to pour the molten bronze. Thousands gathered to witness the historic event. Priests chanted blessings. The emperor himself was there. The pour began flawlessly. The glowing metal flowed like a river of fire into the massive mold. It was perfect, but then disaster struck. A loud crack echoed through the workshop. The mold split open and molten bronze spilled across the floor in a fiery, hissing mess. The bell was ruined. And worse, Toshiro had used all the precious metal, all the resources. There was nothing left for a second attempt. The silence was deafening. Toshiro fell to his knees in the cooling bronze. His life's work destroyed in an instant. His reputation shattered. The emperor's trust betrayed. The crowd slowly dispersed in disappointed whispers. The emperor left without a single word. Toshiro wanted to disappear. For 3 days, he didn't eat. He didn't sleep. He just sat in his workshop, staring at the cracked, misshapen mass of bronze that mocked him. His apprentices whispered among themselves, "He's finished. No one will ever trust him again. His name is ruined." Everyone agreed some mistakes are just too big to come back from. But on the 4th day, something inside him shifted. Toshiro stood up. He began to walk slowly around the failed bell, really looking at it for the first time. And he saw something no one else had. The very crack that destroyed his perfect bell had also created something completely unexpected. Where the bronze had split and cooled unevenly, there were intricate patterns and textures. It had an organic, living quality that a perfectly smooth bell could never possess. An idea sparked. Toshiro began to work again, but this time he wasn't trying to fix the mistake. He was honoring it. He took his tools and carved into the cracks, deepening them, making them intentional features. He took precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, and poured them into the fissures, making them shimmer like veins of lightning. Where there was a void, he created a delicate window, allowing light to pass through the body of the bell itself. Where the bronze had pooled incorrectly, he sculpted it into the shapes of waves, of mountains, of flowing water. For 6 long months he worked, not hiding his failure, but highlighting it, transforming it. When he finally invited the emperor back, no one knew what to expect. The emperor stood before the bell in absolute silence. It was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. The cracks, now traced with pure gold, caught the light like lightning frozen in metal. The imperfect curves created unique acoustic chambers inside. When they struck it, the sound was transcendent. You see, perfect bells ring with one pure, predictable note. But this bell sang with layers of sound, a deep, resonant hum, high, shimmering overtones, a voice that sounded almost human in its complexity and soul. The imperfections didn't ruin the sound. They gave it a soul. The emperor finally spoke. "I commissioned you to make the greatest bell ever created. And you have. Not despite your failure, but because of it." That bell still stands in Kyoto today, over 400 years later. People travel from all around the world to see it. Not in spite of its cracks, but because of them. It's called the Bell of Imperfect Perfection, and it's considered the most beautiful bell ever made. So think about your mistake, the one you can't forgive yourself for. What if it's not your ending? What if it's just raw material? Toshiro could have walked away. He could have let shame define his entire life and be remembered as the master who failed. Instead, he did something radical. He looked directly at his failure and asked, "What can this become?" Maybe your broken relationship taught you boundaries you never knew you needed. Maybe your failed business gave you the wisdom that will make your next one succeed. Maybe your darkest moment cracked you open just enough so the light could finally get in. You are not ruined. You are being remade. And the cracks? Fill them with gold. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content like this. See you in the next one.